Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, won't stop. Yeah. I'm so handsome. All in Carmine's with my Benzo, I'm so fancy. No romancing. Got my baby and she right, she make you vanish. No time to play, got book dates. Had a plan, only had to wait. Always knew I'd make a way. Send a bill, they send a pay. Keep it real, keep the record straight. Keep it real, no time to fake. All authentic in my own lane. I am me till I'm in the grave. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, ooh, never panic. Get a worry, send it up and then advantage. Yeah, I can't stand it. Out of order way you move and see you scrambling. On offense, no defense. Still strong, no weakness. Used to say I wouldn't beat this. Now they wish they could beat this. Tables set, now tables turn. God's plan, don't say a word. Know the price, cause I know my worth. My time, get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, won't stop.
Good morning all. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone is good. Happy Friday to all. NFP day today. NFP day. And yeah. Don't blow your accounts. That's all I'm going to say. 164 people here and I'm telling you from now, don't blow your accounts. Please. Please. We need you here next week. Need to trade and next week. All right? So, we'll get into it. Have a look what's going on. Nice music. Is that with Spotify? Yes, I can share that playlist. Depends which songs you want. I'll share that with you. Those are just, I have a subscription with a music company that allows you to play music on stream. No problems. Copyright. Already blown. Come on, man. It's too early. If you're going to blow it, then you have to do it, on something a little bit more exciting like NFP, right? Anyways, we look like we're all systems go. Let's have a look at news today. Obviously, I made it clear what the news is today, and it's gonna be NFP here. So, yeah, looking at NFP, what are they expecting numbers? All right, so they're expecting employment change to come down from a previous, right? So, what are they saying here? They're saying that they're expecting less employment here. This employment rate is more important here. Numbers are expected to come back same as last month, 3.7. I think numbers come back around the same based on yesterday matching around the same. If we see numbers come back drastically higher, we probably see that support the gold push here, and we see money flow into gold. But if we see this number come significantly lower, which I'm not expecting, I'm expecting maybe 3.5, 3.6. If anything, we match at 3.7, which will just bring a small spike, kind of like yesterday, nothing too crazy. But, NFP just generally has a lot of volatility. So that's something we can definitely see. Is, some form of volatility in NFP. Now, we will look at gold to see what's possibilities on gold here. It will be definitely interesting end of week to see if we get a sell-off end of week. Now, yeah, I'll discuss about that now. I'll discuss that, you know, in a minute here, and we can discuss what's the possibilities. But yeah, with that being said, you know, as for London, we're clean here. And yeah, you know, we had a bit of JPY announcements and stuff like that. Not major announcements, but just some of this yellow folder stuff. And yeah, let's get into the analysis. So looking at GJ here, we start off on the daily time frame. So if we start off on the daily time frame, we can see that previous daily did wick down here. So we did have some heavy bearish momentum yesterday. We did wick down and retest our previous weekly support here. This is a weekly and daily support. If you check the weekly, that's our weekly, and that's also our daily support. So simple retest, right? If you imagine this as a 1 hour time frame here, or a 15-minute, we closed above setup 1, we took our trade as a setup 1, closed at TP, and then all it did was what? All it did is retrace, come back, and retest that top of the range. So as long as we remain the top of the range, this is where we can start to accumulate and potentially start to form some form of resistance here, or form supports to continue up. Now, there's been a small shift with the Bank of Japan now. Wage growth seems to be on the question here, and I've been discussing with the guys in the exclusive for a while now that the key statistic we need to be looking at is wage growth. If we start to see wage growth, what are we going to see? We're going to see this potentially be a top here, or at least a midterm top until proven otherwise, right? So we're starting to see that start to accumulate. So I'm keeping that back in the mind, in the back of my mind, even though I'm a major GJ bull. You know, you can't be married to bias. You have to be, you know, read what data is saying, read what the markets are saying. And with that information coming out, you know, that's telling me that, hey, there's a possibility we see wage growth increase, which is further going to strengthen the yen. On top of that, with Bank of England starting to ease their measures, not making their currency as strong. And yeah, you know, that is definitely something very, very interesting that we have to keep note of. So I'm going to really be watching this weekly candle close. Deep weekly candle close can make me believe that next week pullbacks, which we could still be taking buys on, by the way. But, you know, I think if we retest top of the range, we could see this continue down here, you know, if we create resistance. But of course, until proven otherwise, you know, that's why we trade price action. Because if we just start creating supports, remember, we are sitting in between here, almost 200 pip range. It's very tradable from top to bottom and bottom to top. Very, very, very tradable. So I'm not too worried about, you know, we could be looking for buys for half of the week and sells the other week, just because we see higher time frame starting to try to make a decision here. Doesn't mean that we're going to have a massive reversal just yet. We could accumulate for some time, bouncing up and down. So that's why we trade day by day here. But looking at what we have for today, we are obviously rejecting that weekly support, which is very, very interesting here. We are not closing below daily support here, which is another interesting point here. So basically, we're sitting still back in the range towards the bottom of the range. Now, over yesterday, end of session, we had seen price push back up and break above the structure and break back inside of the range, right? So if we bring back drawings here, we can start to see, let me show you where these drawings came back from. So we can start to see this was our daily support here, and that weekly zone, that was our weekly support and stuff like that, right? This is just a 15-minute level here, and this is where we basically are here. So I can mark this 4-hour support here if I want to, but we've crossed through it a few times here, so I don't really consider it too, you know, too important. And it's basically all the way up here. So basically for me, what I'm looking at here is that we've obviously accumulating a range here. We've had a liquidity grab over Asian, which is then closed back inside the range. So that liquidity grab is telling me that inside of this zone here is where we could possibly see retest to continue back up, right? So this is where I'm going to be cautious. You know, we've seen this before, happen before in zones like this here. You know, we've seen price push towards the upside just to later do that. So this is the exact same scenario we're seeing, where we have a heavy downside day, we accumulate, we break out, we come to London session at the top of the range here, we come to London session top of the range just to see price come back, liquidity grab, and then continue up. So we could see something very similar here where the liquidity grab is done. And if we start breaking above this range, this is where we could maybe see some more upside here. So looking on a 15-minute time frame, we obviously have a couple of resistances on the way here though. Yeah, we probably need to leave this. Yeah, what's the difference between the 30 and 15? Yeah, just this stupid body here. 6 pip body. That's the 1 hour as well. So I'm going to mark this as 1/30. I feel if we start getting above the 30-minute on a 30-minute close, that is where we can break through that 15. If not, then we're looking for above the 15. Now we do have this level here, which is going to be a major watch zone. These wicks, they're not good. This is not a good sign to see these wicks like this. Definitely not a good sign. You know, it's telling you heavy rejection. But we're having the same from this. So this is a day where we could possibly fake out from the upside and fake out from the downside. I wouldn't expect it in one go. I expect it to do one or the other. But the one thing I can identify here for the downside move is that in between here to here is a fake out zone. And I'll tell you why it's a fake out zone in my books, or it's going to be safer to sell below this zone, is because this is essentially the bottom of our 4-hour range. This is where we saw price, right, break back into, and I need price to leave that range before considering sells. I need price to leave the range. You can move it to 250 here, but when we go on lower time frames here, we start to see how this 1-hour support was relevant here. We've wicked down into it. This was a key zone where price only really made sense to sell once we got below that. Especially yesterday, we spent a lot of time sitting at that support, and we can see how 15-minute respected. So, and here also we're seeing it wick into this zone. So I feel if we could leave that zone, that's where sells are going to make sense. The buys, I think sells can make sense just on the rip of a close below that zone. The buys, we probably need some form of support here because, you know, we do have this 15-minute resistance here, and I feel like that could just be a liquidity grab because we've had a liquidity grab first already for the sell, so it's not too big of a deal. If we were to get, you know, down below this level, but up here with 5 pips, it makes it a little bit tough. So I'd like to see price action develop. I'd like to see how our candles close, and then I can make decision how early I can rip buys above here. Because obviously if we're getting nice strong 1-hour closes above, can base the trade based on 1 hour and see where that takes us, right? You know, but that's basically what I'm looking for today on GJ. And we'll see what ends up happening here. So let's move on to gold and let's have a look at what's going on gold here. So gold obviously very, very interesting here with NFP. These wicks, you know, this is very common to see gold maybe come up to retest daily high here and reject. I wouldn't be surprised to see that. This is a whole rejection zone right here. You want to see a 4-hour candle closing above here to get the continuation of buys. These rejections are not very, very a good sign here. That wick down here retesting makes it look like it's going to be a very nice rejection to continue up. But what do we see after that rejection, right? This candle made it seem like, okay, fine, we're going to the moon, right? Look at this really nice rejection just to do what? To fail. So that's telling me that this zone is stronger than we anticipated, because why didn't this candle go? Why did it end up failing first? So I really think that we do need a strong candle, at least breaking daily high, before we see more continuation on gold. Now, as for a weekly analysis here, we could see this weekly candle close one of the biggest candles we have on the weekly. If we look at some of the biggest candles we have on weeklies, they move around here. We have 800 pip move. This weekly candle, another 800 pip move. If we look at this weekly candle, it's about another 800 pip move. You guys see the trend here? This candle is another 1,000 pip move, but we're averaging 800. This candle here is another 1,000 pip candle. This weekly candle here is another 1,000 pip. 800 to 1,000 is an average. So let's see what we're doing right now, right? So we can see the average of the biggest weekly candles are 800 to 1,000 pips. So we're at that 800 mark right now. So we are in that standard deviation of average weekly moves on a very healthy, very big weekly candle. But if we were to extend targets to 1,000, that should bring us up to where? Around that 2080. That 2180 can be a max target here for the week. After that, I would be very hesitant on continuation. And that's on the biggest side. So on the healthier side, on the biggest moves we've seen is around 1,000 pip moves on a weekly candle, whereas if we look at on the lower end of and we can consider this, we are right at that standard deviation of 800 pips here. So us hovering at 800 pips here on the weekly candle can end up giving us insight that wherever we are now on the charts, this should be the last push before a heavy pullback technically. Now obviously 800 is 200 pip range we're playing with, but we're talking about, you know, a weekly candle here. So it's not just like, okay, since we know that's the last push, let's go ahead and FOMO into a sell, because just because we have 1,000 pip push doesn't mean that the next weekly candle cannot continue. We have seen 800 pip push followed by another 800 pip push, right? So at the end of the day, followed by what? Another 800, 900 pip push. So don't think that, okay, but I'm saying that could be the last push into this week here. And NFP could bring us down for a pullback, especially with the way that we're currently rejecting. So looking at daily, obviously daily is still continuing. We need to break this daily high. If we don't break the daily high, there's no continuation. I would preferably like to see daily high be broken first, and then we continue down. Realistically, whenever we've had a blow off top, we've always seen some sort of heavy rejection here. Before you see there's always some daily leaving a long wick here, or what do? We respect highs. You see these daily highs never broken, give retest to the daily high and end up failing. If we go experiment and look at that on the lower time frame and go see how that ends up looks on the, like, let's say a 4 hour something, we can see pretty similar. 4 hour looks very tempting, retest daily high just to continue down, right? So we could see something similar today where we see that retest to daily high right now, where this 4 hour flips and then we start to see it pushed back down first. So this area here is going to be something that needs to be broken before buys are going to make sense here. You know, so, and I think in London session we'll be extremely cautious to try rip buys in London session. Especially now we're approaching top of the range. You can expect natural pushback from the top of the range. You know, this 62.63 New York session leaving 62.63, which is our resistance here, you could look for an extension to 65 key level. But if we start to leave this zone here in New York session, let's say before maybe or after NFP, or maybe slightly before, expect only around a 19-20 pip push here and be ready to close, because you can get very similar rejection to what we got yesterday when breaking 2060. You saw what happened when we broke 2060, pushed towards the upside, candle just flipped in the next 2 minutes here. You go look at this in 1 minute, go study what price action happened. You can see that we get very quick push followed by very quick retracement. Dangerous territory. We have not seen that in this whole rally. We have not seen that type of stuff. This is of course top of range, different scenario, but on a breakout, we've had continuation except for this. This is telling me this very cautious area here. Now, I expect the same thing to happen around 2062 is a possibility. We could break out of 2062 and get that heavy retracement here, back inside the range, and then NFP. Now, if we see London push before NFP, then it's high chance NFP can give a reversal here. Just depends where a liquidity wick is going to end up, right? Which is why it makes it hard to trade, because NFP could open, push 50 pips, then flip, right? Remember, we're not playing with small ranges. Just these wicks here is already 20 pips, right? So remember, a quick wick up here is going to put you 50 pip in drawdown, and then you could see a 100 pip move, and a 100 pip move is only that big candle, right? We're playing in big ranges. So make sure to understand all of that and just wait out, right? Wait out for a price to leave the range. If we can start leaving daily high, 2065 is probably where you're going to get your continuation here. So that's probably where you're going to get your continuation. But NFP day, I don't normally trade NFP day, so it's not something I'm going to do in terms of gold, trading gold on NFP day. Just too inconsistent, but I rather look at it and see what happens, right? So yes, that is why, you know, that is my analysis on gold here. Pretty in-depth analysis. I hope you guys did enjoy it and understood it. Someone's asking, why do I not use Fibonacci to draw out the lines? They're just as accurate. Well, since they're just as accurate, then I don't need it. And it's not I'm against Fibonacci, it's just I've not really implemented it inside of ranges, because I prefer to look at what charts are telling me. Because Fibonacci, if you draw it wrong, you could be wrong, but you can't draw support and resistance wrong. What I mean is that no one can argue with me that this is a correct resistance. Like, this is a resistance, no doubt about it. Even if you drew a resistance here, right, I would not argue with you and tell you that that's not a resistance. Now, there's a difference between relevant and non-relevant resistance, but doesn't mean it's not a resistance. Whereas Fibonacci can be a great tool for all-time high trading, but, you know, all-time high trading can be a great tool. I do use it for all-time high trading, right? But look at where the 0.27 is lining up, okay? Exactly with my 65 line, right? And I just drew that right now, right? From bottom to top. You can see if you draw it even super accurate here on the candle bodies, it's literally exactly the first target that was hit. So you know, Fibonacci, I don't need it because it's just lining up with my zone anyways, right? You know, and I would actually be looking, this is telling me 2068, I'll be looking 2069, 2070, you know, so it's lining up with my zones anyways, which is normally the case, which is why I've done that. So if you guys did enjoy the analysis and understood and found it useful, a lot of value we gave in that analysis, understanding how gold moves through higher time frame levels and what to understand, be sure to leave a like on the stream. You guys know the YouTube business here. If we could do the YouTube business, would greatly appreciate it. How much of us? Almost 500, 450 of us in here can get the likes up to 200, then I wouldn't have to ask it. Hate to say it, but part of the game. All right, that's the analysis. So yeah, I would appreciate that. Support the channel on the road. So yeah, you know, who's giving you analysis like that? You know, make sure to take note. Remember, this is free, giving you analysis on a daily basis, right? This is really deep chart understanding that will drastically change your trading. If you can speak about a chart like that, then you definitely know what's going on in the markets. And if you know what's going on in the market, 50% of the battle is done. Right? 50% of the battle. Because I can sit here comfortable now. I can sit here comfortable because I know what environment I'm sitting in. I know what is my opportunities. I know where's my caution areas. I know what I'm looking at. I'm not guessing. I'm not just sitting there worried. Everything is clear, and that's super important. Let's have a look at Tony's analysis here. Yeah, markup's fine, but where's the plan? We want to see the plan. Right, markup's fine, but where's the plan? Buy above 15? Yeah, I think, yeah, with that wick, yeah, that looks a lot cleaner to buy above 15. Sell below 15? I don't agree with myself, but if that's what you want to try first, then yeah. I'm looking at 11995. Very keen on 195 for me. Daily flip, why is that there? Any action on that? Just to know when the daily is still bearish, when the daily is bullish. It tells me where the daily opened. I can see relatively where the daily, yeah, it's a previous 4 hour support, where we are in relative to daily open. So I knew the daily opened somewhere up here. So in the whole session, we have gone down. That's all we've done today, right? So since the daily candle is open, it's just gone down. That's what it allows me. So I don't need to, I can see where we are relative to the daily open. How much has the daily gone down? But why? Because you need to know where daily candle flips and stuff, right? If you don't know where the daily candle flips, you don't know where you are on the chart on the higher time frame. I can figure out where I am on the chart of the higher time frame. Just a small thing, just to have, you know, to understand where you are sitting on higher time frame. So take this for example. You know, this could be added as a small confirmation if we're looking for buys once the daily candle has flipped bullish. Can add confirmation, small, because then you would expect this move down to be what? The daily bottom wick. But if we're so far from the daily open, that you can't just be sitting there saying that this is a bottom wick, unless we're bullish bias. That's a different story, of course, but we're not bullish bias today. Just leave it for most of you. Just leave it. It's just a personal preference. Explain more on the session bias video. I've made 2 videos for YouTube on session bias. I think that should cover enough for basics. The rest of the stuff, you basically need to Q&A me. You need to question and ask, but that is exactly what I keep telling people, right? That is why we have things like the exclusive group and stuff like that, because it's not selling information, it's just paying for time to get to learn how to apply the information, right? There's a big difference. Learning to apply the information is key, right? Being able to ask me why this is like what Claudio just did now. Any trade today? Brother, we just turned on the charts. We just turned on the chart. If you're asking any trade today and the charts are sitting in a range, you really don't know what you're doing on the charts. And you need to make sure that you understand, because you're going to lose money in this game nevertheless, because you're going to gain confidence. If I start winning back to back, right, which happens, and then you probably copy my trades and you start winning with me, which is fine if you're learning. But if you start doing that, and then suddenly you gain your own confidence to say, hey, I think I get this, and you go trade by yourself, you're going to lose all of that money. So it's all of that work's going to be useless, and you're going to end up maybe not even with profits, maybe not even at break even, but in a loss, which is even worse. So that's my little rant. Not hating at you, I'm speaking to everyone else. But, you know, people coming to the charts and saying any trade, and the chart has moved since the last 30 minutes, the chart has moved, 5 pips. Like, come on. What am I going to do in 5 pips, Hi, Harry. Hope you're well. YouTube business done. Hope you can look at USDJPY. Yeah. Okay, got it, bro. Thanks. No hate. I'm not hating at you, just so you know as well, but I'm speaking to everyone because I get that question a lot. And if you can imagine everyone coming to the chart and telling me, where's your trade? And the chart has moved 5 pips, it's showing me lack of understanding, right? Now remember, I'm saying this for your best interest. So yes, let's go ahead and look at USDJPY quickly. I think it'll be pretty similar. Actually, no, a little bit more USD weakness coming through in here. Daily time frame here. Let's have a look at daily time frame. Closing bearish here. Still respecting that support. 4 hour. Yeah, you need to get something below this 4 hour support. Yeah, kind of the plan here is if you can get some sort of resistance below here, should be good for sells. This is also another fake out zone here. But if you can start breaking through that zone, that's where your sells are going to come. Probably below 636. And then the buys actually could make sense from here if this is going to be another rejection zone and continue towards the upside at 248. Look at gold. I'm going to cry. I'm really going to cry. I'm serious. I literally gave a whole analysis on gold, like probably the most in-depth, giving you standard deviation of weekly candles, giving you the, and just, fuck me, man. I won't do it. That's it. You guys don't deserve it. We've never seen you cry? No, you probably won't see me cry. It's a joke. But please, rewind the stream. You'll really find great information on the gold analysis. Like literally, right-click your tab and duplicate tab, rewind the stream, and just watch the gold analysis. Mute this one while you watch the gold analysis, right? You can even double tab it if you're scared you're going to miss anything. You know? 4 hour resistance 189.600. Yes, you're correct, but I'm not considering to trade inside of this range, so it's not going to be relevant. If I was considering to trade in the range, then yes, but there's no clean range for us to trade inside of here, so we don't have to care about that. We can just keep our charts cleaner and no need to draw extra lines. Caught the long on GJ yesterday, thought there was going to be a bearing trend earlier, but it stopped out. But was stopped out when it was on the range. Yes, it did end up popping up here with Powell's speeches and everything. It's a pretty nice move, actually. I think only way to get in is just to rip it on a 5-minute close, but this was impossible because this candle closed here, no bottom wick. That would have been your entry, is this 15-minute candle close here. Just put your stops back in the range. Use volume to the advantage here. First 30 minutes of the stream is Harry's analysis every day. Yes. And that's important. That's the plan, right? So if you guys want signals, right? You guys always want signals. Your signals are in the plan, man. Can't read a plan? Well, it's like not being able to read instructions. Can't read instructions, you're not going to get pretty far, right? You're probably going to be the guy who tries to do it yourself and then realizes you can't and then has to go read the instruction manual. But then if you can't read the instruction manual, you're double screwed. Nothing happens. Harry, if TradingView is showing bottom wick but my broker on MT5 is not showing bottom wick, then should I base my trades analysis based on TradingView or broker? Always broker. The only time you can make an excuse, obviously depends what time frame the bottom wick is on, but the only other time you can make an excuse is if you notice maybe 2-3 other brokers have a bottom wick and only yours doesn't. So whatever the majority, but by default, if you're trading by yourself, right, then you go with what your broker says. Risky sell with close below 189.300. You know, that's interesting, man. 300 there. I think that would be your hyper aggressive option there. But yeah, you'd need to wait for an hour close, but that's the only way I'd feel comfortable. It's if an hour candle closed below there. Why ignoring my chat? Because you're telling me about some celebration in India that I can't even read the name, bro. And I don't want to offend anyone by reading the name wrong. You know? So I just decided to skip it. And also, what can I do about it, you know? I don't even know what it is, you know, and I can't read it. It's, you know, and I don't want to butcher the name. So I do it out of respect. I'm ignoring to say it. It's out of respect, actually. Stop asking for signals. No one wants to become a millionaire from signals. The guy is giving value. It's sad what you text to him, most of you. That's facts. I will be a millionaire this year. It's not about you being a millionaire. It's the person you have to become to be a millionaire. Realize that. Millionaire is not as fun as the person you had to develop to become that. The only other way you can become a millionaire with no skill is fraud. Hey Harry, is there videos on how to mark a chart just like you? I've been trying to learn just by watching you for a few weeks, but I know I can do better. Of course there's videos, man. This is Tradesharpe here, bro. This is not some pansy, I don't know what. Here's one, support and resistance. In my free course, of course, there's a whole section in my free course, you know? So I would say just watch the section in the free course. Even for fraud, you need skills? Yeah, but for fraud, you know, it comes like their money comes quick and goes just as fast. It doesn't need as much skill for fraud. Yeah, you need skill for everything in life, right? You need skill to brush your teeth, but, you know, I don't think you have to be such a good person to make $1 million through fraud. You know? And also live in a life of regret. That is the biggest price to pay. Terrible price to pay. Just for $1 million. Which when you leave, will be nothing, right? It will be worth nothing. It will be worth zero. What you offer to the community and how much value you give out for free is insane. How dedicated you are to show up every day and trade live in front of people. People don't understand how much pressure that is. Yes, I respect that you appreciate that, and you're gonna benefit from a lot of it because you appreciate it. So I appreciate that, and yeah, the reason I give this much value is I want to see people do better in this game, right? I want to see people do better in this game, and I don't have like I can give this much information for free because I don't need to sell this information. You know, like these other guys, that's maybe what they have to do to make a buck, but for me, I only have to sell my time of application because I know very well that information is useless unless you know how to apply it. And normally you need someone to help you learn to apply it. I have not learned a skill without needing to apply, right? I've always had to find some sort of way to get better at applying. And that is the problem we learn in school, is that we don't get to learn that application, right? We just do as what we're told. You do this, you'll pass. You copy this, you'll pass. They don't tell you how to apply those skills. The only thing you have to apply skills in school is probably physical education. That was probably the best. That's the most, some people don't look forward to it, but for me, that's the most class I look forward to. And it's the only thing you have to apply. Or maybe art. Art I can also agree with, right? You have to apply skill there. Everything else, it's just copying a formula. Copying, like take math, right? There's a certain way to pass, certain way to solve an equation, right? All you have to do is copy. Whereas in art, you have to learn and apply yourself, because not everyone's going to be good at art. Not everyone's going to be good at sport. Not everyone is going to play football the same. So that is where application starts to become a skill. No, not practice, apply. Someone has to tell you to apply in your own ways. Time for me to drop out because Tradesharpe said so. Well, think about it this way. I could explain support and resistance to someone, right? And for the same person, right, I'll have to explain support and resistance, not same. For a different person, I'll have to explain support and resistance in a different way. And that's always what happens. I'm in the group, right? For example, because that's the easiest example I can make, because that's where it happens. In the exclusive group, I've explained the same topic, probably the same way, maybe only twice. Every single time I'm explaining it in different ways. Because different people need different ways to understand. And that's the whole thing, is the application. And that's totally fine. What else? Oh, yeah, you continued. Pressure, you got to deal with so much respect for what you do, and people need to listen, not ask multiple times. No pressure for him, I bet. Everything has pressure. But pressure is a privilege. Thank you so much for doing this. Been studying your material for a month now. My goal is to quit my job and trade full time. I'm going to continue to study. Yes. First learn the skill before quitting your job. And make sure you're earning something. Your strategy just clicked with me, and I'm becoming more consistent than ever. This is my best month trading yet. Also, would you recommend sticking to one pair GJ as a beginner? Yeah, I think one pair is a great decision. Whatever pair you choose is up to you. I've closed. These rejection wicks don't consider, is not good, just break of high. Always in this type of stuff is closed. Remember, this is a 4-hour resistance. Why are you FOMOing on a break when you're at a 4-hour resistance? You know, don't FOMO. Be patient. Because if it rejects again, you're done. You've had a rejection. You have to remember that, right? You've had a rejection here. Where is that? So 1 hour or something? Oh, it's on a 4-hour. Oh, yeah, then you're just waiting for a 15-minute trade here, brother. Probably close above this range or something. 4 hours closed at resistance. I don't like it that much. It's a little bit tough here. So yeah, you need something closing above there. Yeah, above there could make sense. Then use this as major watch. 28162. Major watch zone. What do you think about trading Asian session? If you know how to trade Asian session, it's totally fine. But you have to use bigger stop losses, and you probably just have to let trade hit TP or SL. There's no management. There's no management in Asian session. And also, I answered your question, but unfortunately I'll have to ban you because you spammed. So you get one question, and now you ruin your chance. Gold is facing a rejection? Yes, we were discussing that. I think it can still retest up to daily high here eventually during the day. 2164 is possible. And then we have to see. Why is there no management in Asian session? Because of this choppiness. Alright, let's say you took a buy here, just for example, I don't know. Say you took a buy, you put stop loss below this rejection candle here, and you targeted for price to break the range. You get stuck in this choppiness. Let's go find another Asian session, something like this yesterday, right? When you're stuck in these choppiness, you can't manage because you'll go in profit, come out of profit, go in profit, come out of profit, go in profit, come out. Until volume just kicks in. Right? This is kind of how price is acting now, is like Asian session. So let's say you took a buy on this setup here that put you in drawdown first. Stop was below the range. Look, if you went break even at this point here, you would have been stopped out break even. Now you're back in profit. So you just can't. You can't. Do you have copy trading? If I have copy trading, my split is 90% profits to me, 10% to you. Minimum deposit, 100K. I've done the math on copy trading, guys. I've done the math. Take it like this. Take it like this. Say I have copy trading, right? And someone deposited $500. If I double their account, double from 500, 100% gain on their account, okay? 100% gain on their account. Now their account becomes 1,000. Which is nuts, 100% gain. That'd probably take a year, okay? And we do it like a 60-40 split. 60 to me, 40 to them. I get like less than $250 for 100% gain on the account. You know, it's like, what? And also, I don't know how that works legally, right? That's another problem. I need a license, I think, for that. Because then I'm managing other people's money. So I need to check that out. So that's why if there's ever going to be something like that, it has to be significant minimum deposit, something bigger, and with a brokerage that I can trust to have other people's money in. Harry, why after NY session is the spread 5 pips or higher in IC markets? Because it's getting close to market close time. As soon as market close time comes, spreads widen. Right? You need approval for PAM. It's mostly withdrawing. But you would need a lot of money inside of the PAM for it to make sense. Because let's say I managed to get $50,000 worth of investors. Right? Let's say from the public. If I'm still making only 60% of that, you know, and that's 100% gain on the account, you know. It's like ends up being $25, which is like $2.5 a month. And then the stress of managing people's accounts, which is why I rather just go and find one big investor and say, listen, I'll trade for you. Or, you know, you can copy on my account. They put $500,000, you know. I think that's more sustainable. And who knows what the broker does, right? If any, then it falls on my head, right? What's your monthly expenses? They range, actually. They range. My biggest expense is towards property. That's like every 6 months, every 3 to 6 months. That's nuts. My mentor said that you won't feel paying those payments, but I feel them. I feel it. Wick up, wick down here. Does that mean waiting for news on EU? Yeah, bro. That's a classic liquidity grab, messing up all lower time frame traders. Just need for it to leave that range. I was looking for a house 1 month in Dubai and price was like 1.8k to up. Yeah, for a nice place, 1.8k would be about average. You can get it cheaper, to be honest, man. Where do you live? Dubai. Are you donating money to what? What do you mean by donating money? Am I donating money to charity and stuff like that? How to identify liquidity grab? Price that wicks below a level, right? Price that wicks below a level and closes back in the level can be considered liquidity grab. Now, what you do with that liquidity grab is a whole nother topic. If I was in Dubai on holiday and made 5k trading during that time, would I have to pay taxes? Yes, because your bank account would not be registered in Dubai. Now, if you were able to somehow withdraw that in Dubai, which you couldn't because you wouldn't have a UAE bank account, then no, you wouldn't have to pay taxes. 3k a month get you a nice apartment in Dubai? Oh yeah, definitely. 3k a month, you can live pretty lavish in Dubai. Not lavish, but you're living very comfortably in a nice spot. Definitely in a nice spot. I took this earlier. What did I do wrong? What was this on? GJ? You got stopped out? Yeah. Yeah, man, just the liquidity grab here, bro. Remember, this is very early. This is classic GJ, bro. Come grab liquidity from the bottom of the range before continuing up. This is not in a trading time as well, and this is the reason I don't trade in those times is because of these inconsistencies. If you're going to trade in these times, like I always say, you need to run those big stop losses. Right? 20 at least here, 22 pips, bottom of range, at least. Or at least here, at least 19 pips here. These tight stop losses down here never work, bro. And you know, you say it yourself. I've seen you write in chat before, Claudio. I've seen you write in chat. Less than 10 pip stop loss or 10 pip stop loss, high chance to get hit. And especially at this time. So if you're going to take that idea, run the thing. I thought Dubai was expensive. You can live whatever type of life you want to live in Dubai. Have you always lived in Dubai? Yes. I'm always here, but I hardly type. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for showing up. Hope you find it useful. Alright, price trying to break above the ranges here. We're seeing a bit of upside momentum here. We'll see what it wants to do at the top of the range. 1120 here. Not much volume. We've seen a lot more volume at this time yesterday. Yesterday the volume came in at this time. Where was yesterday's volume? What time was this? Why were we not involved in this? Okay, fine. I was looking at this close here. I'm like, why the hell did I not take that trade yesterday? But this was 4:45 in the morning. How clean is that? Close below, retest, and done. Now let me ask you this. I'm not allowed to take more than one trade per day. I have the full day ahead. Should I really stay out? Well, that's it. That's your one trade. You chose your bullet. Choose wisely next time. That's it. Sometimes the body close fractional. How do you go consider it if it barely closes with a long wick? Long wick, I don't like. That's a rejection. Make sure to see where that long wick is rejecting. And nipple close above is fine in high volume times. It still counts as a close above. But you just make sure to go break of high. Someone asked me to do quick Bitcoin analysis in 15 minutes. What if I could do it in 3 minutes here? So Bitcoin, very simple analysis here. Weekly candle, very important weekly candle. Can we close at all-time high? If we can close at all-time high, weekly candle close, I don't see a reason as to why we don't see us pop into the 70k again. We've already breached all-time high. It's very usual to see pullback from the all-time highs here. We are holding nice supports here. This would be a great spot to start ranging between 61s and 65s. I would be not surprised at all, or I am expecting for price to range between these levels here. Could range for a week, could range for a couple of weeks. I do expect, as long as that range holds, for us then to give the next leg. And I think before a very heavy major pullback, we could see 72, as much as 75 really, before a major pullback, which then can continue and end up pushing bullish here. But who knows with NFP today what type of inconsistency we could have. A massive push here, you know, that could give us the move here. We've seen some crazy moves on Bitcoin recently. It's coming very, very, very fast. And yeah, what's your last take profit on Bitcoin? 63. 63 was last. And then I took more at 63 than I did at 65. Then I'm looking for 70s. I wish that this 4 hour made a steeper bottom wick first. Would have been nicer for buys. Are you not homesick being alone in Dubai? Well, I was born in Dubai. I don't know how people trade Bitcoin. It's so fast. Bitcoin is super slow or super fast. That's what's boring about it. It can range for months. Do you think US unemployment rate will make big moves? I definitely do think there's going to be a move. Right? But I think data comes out pretty much the same. And looking at macro view, you're expecting a big pullback on Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, but pullback, you know, big pullback regarding Bitcoin, but I'm not expecting a major crash. Depends what you consider a pullback, you know? Like we could see 50s eventually. We could revisit 50s here. You know? Depends how high we push on this leg. Next major pullback will be bear market. This is already considered a bull market. A bull market is something back to all-time highs. Like people are saying, the bull market has just started. 20k, ugh. Wishful thinking. Should have bought at 20k down here. It was sat at there for a long time. Right? That's what I did in the higher time frame analysis. This was a key buying area. I showed you guys that chart. You know? I wasn't here. Yeah. But 20k, it was sitting there for a long time. Yeah, 16 is good. I think if we see another major crash, we could see as low as 35s, to be honest, on a major crash. But people saying this is not a bull market, that's a bloody bull market, you know? Yes, we have, you know, we pushed to all-time high. Let's say it's a bull market. Like, stop being greedy, guys. Remember, as the asset matures, the less we're going to see bigger moves. Bro, I have $1,000. How much do I earn in a month? I don't know. What do you mean how much you earn in a month? If you were to trade with $1,000, 10%, $100. You can make 10% a month, risking 2%, you're good. Right? So you'll make $100 if you have the skill. But most likely, you're going to lose that to begin with. Hello from Dubai. Big fan. Thank you. Appreciate it. How many people in Dubai? Put in chat. I want to see how many people are here from Dubai or nearby states. Let's see in chat. How many we got people here in Dubai? I'm interested. I doubt we have a big audience from Dubai. If we have enough people, we'll do a meetup for sure. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not bad, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. USA meetup. Yeah, I wonder how much people. 13 we have. 14. All right. 15. Interesting. 16. All right. What car do you drive? I drive an Audi RS. Would you ever do a Dubai meetup for the exclusive group? Yeah, we always talk about that in the exclusive group. I said that when they come to Dubai, we're going crazy. We're gonna rent a yacht for. I'm gonna rent a yacht for everyone, and it's gonna be the best meetup. I'm just gonna blow tons of money on them for fun. Because memories count, man. Memories count. And why not? But yeah, for sure. Anyone who's in the exclusive group, if they come down to Dubai, then, you know, they better be messaging me. They better be messaging me. When I have more money, I will. Yes. TS anniversary. TS anniversary is next month, by the way. Please count me in for yacht meetup. That's an exclusive network, man. That's an exclusive network. You have to be part of the exclusive group because we're a private network. We're a private network. Which day? Whenever you guys want to plan it, I'm ready. Give me a sec, guys. I'll go pip and come back. Does he host pee during stream? Yes, I drink shit ton of water, so it's healthy though. It's healthy. When you're eating a lot of food, right? When you're eating a lot of food for performance, you need to be drinking a lot of water to be able to digest that food. But obviously, you know, we have that. I've been backtesting on Pip Labs for 3 days and it's really been a good experience. I can't wait for you to try the new update that's gonna come very, very soon. I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna make a video just explaining all of the new features because we went hard. We went hard, guys. I can't wait to show you. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. Like there's gonna, and all people who have access to Pip Labs now, you guys are gonna get first access to that, right? So before it goes public, you'll get first access to that update. And it's going to be worth it for you guys. So if you think this version is good, wait till you see the new update because we're adding so much features for you guys that it's going to be super cool. Like, I really wish I had this tool when I was starting. So, yeah, it's going to be sick. It's going to be sick. And also, for the people who just want to try Pip Labs, you can go ahead to the website and try it for free. We're even going to allow you to have the demo version a little bit better. So the demo version will be a little bit better. You get to see more features. So, but for now, you guys can go ahead, try the demo and have a look at Pip Labs. This is the best Forex backtesting platform. Web browser based, right? So you don't need to download anything. And we have ticks so you can see how the candles move in real time. So hope you guys enjoy that. Hope you guys enjoy that. And also, just a reminder for all of my guys in the exclusive group, while you're here on Zoom, before I forget, remember, psychology webinar is going to be tomorrow at 4 p.m. Dubai time. 4 p.m. Dubai time. Make sure to put that in your calendar. Definitely been working hard on the psychology webinar. Have some great topics lined up for it. So you guys will be able to use it. Have you ever been to South Africa? I have actually. Could we short gold from top of range? Technically, yes, but not something I want to do in case it starts chopping like this. I just want to stay out of chop as much as possible. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's not something I've tested, so I don't know the probabilities. If it's something I've tested, back tested, like how many times do I get a scenario where we have pushed super hard, create a range, you know, and then we can sell from that. It's not a scenario I've back tested enough to tell you confidently that there's good statistics. If there was good statistics on that, then I would be taking the trade with you. Planning to sell below 2.8. Yeah, that's a nice key level as well. I agree. You know, bit of counter trend, definitely. But I think if we start breaking down from these levels, you just have to break even here. Just be careful though. You know, don't be too much in a rush to sell. Are we gonna crab on NFP? It's also not too bad to crab on NFP. I want to see Brandon's plan here. He put a plan. He should let me know in Zoom chat next time so that I can see his plan. Looking for sells immediately. That's already good because he's following bias. 1 hour before, not too big on bias because of the potential rejection and amount of pips that can be made. You know, this is extremely sensible, man. A lot of progression from you, Brandon. It's very, very good, man. Very, very good. Definitely been watching WAP content and taking notes. It's a solid plan. Now, the only difference I'd make to your plan is for sells, I prefer to rip it below this line here. Only reason being is that's just more of a little bit of a fake out zone could be present here. But I feel if we get a deep 1 hour close, then your idea could make sense. And you have mentioned 1 hour in your plan. You know, because this you did draw this on 1 hour. So I feel, yeah, if we get a deep 1 hour close, it's fine. Because we keep trying to go up, and if we fail and close deep 1 hour, that's probably what gives us the move. But yeah, not bad plan. How do you backtest a particular session? Well, you have the session tab here. We allow you guys to see that. Why is there no internet? Alright, we're back. Let's play a game. Alright. No, it loaded before I can play the game. Yeah, you just click on this and you'll see sessions here and you can see what time it is. Right? Look. This is telling you we're in Asian session. This is telling you now that's London Open. This is now New York Open. So that's how you check it, by just clicking the balance. That's also available on the demo mode, right? You can do that on the demo. So that's how you'll find particular. Can we replay? No, we don't want you to cheat. But you can go back to any date you want to go back to. Covering the wicks would bring more of a guarantee. Yeah, it's nicer if we can get above or below wicks, but with volume, we expect wicks to be filled. 4 hour looking at no bottom wick. Yeah, this could be the move down just to come make the bottom wick right now. Are you only marketing Pip Labs on YouTube, Instagram? For now, yes. It's not marketing, it's more of awareness. Soon if you guys refer Pip Labs, we're gonna set up all a big nice referral program so you guys can earn money as well. We're just getting the new version because wait till you guys see the new version. I promise you're gonna be a little bit like, whoa. I haven't seen yet an accurate session hours thing, always taking not taking into account my time zone, daylight savings time, ECT. Yes, that's why we centralize it just to ECT time. You wrote ETC, but we changed it to Eastern Standard Time. It's centralized. That's why we can guarantee it's accurate. Because we centralize it to one time instead of trying to adjust to everyone's time and then daylight savings make an adjustment. Because, for example, I don't have daylight savings. Europe has daylight savings before US, so that becomes very messy and complicated. But if we centralize it to all one time, then everyone uses it at the same time, and you just have to use the session indicator to understand what time you are in a session. Then everyone will get the wrong time conversion. Well, we don't convert time. Right? We don't convert time. It's super, super, super hard. No one is... How will they get it wrong? How can you get this session time wrong? I'm not sure how you can get this session time wrong. How can you get this wrong? How can you tell me that this is not 1 hour before London session when you know session opens at 8? How can you tell me that that is not New York open? Right? How can you tell me this is not 1 hour after New York open when it's showing you what time it is? You know? But how will you get used to your country time when you have to use the centralized one? It's just being lazy. Being lazy to read what this says. It's telling you exactly this is now 1 hour after New York open. This is 2 hours after New York open. I've been trading for 10 years using my country time, and now I have to get used to that. Yeah, you do. And if you've been trading for 10 years, no need to backtest. Someone said, give me free Pip Labs because I'm a girl. Well, it is Women's Day today. It is Women's Day. Right? It is Women's Day. So, if they're going to get it on any day, then they deserve it today, right? Because technically it's Women's Day. So respect to all the women out there working hard, you know, getting shit done, not complaining. Like, shout out to them. And I have no respect for who women feel like that they're entitled to everything. But the women who are working and showing up and putting in work, you know, looking after the family, respect to all of you. World would not work without women. Did you guys know that? We wouldn't be here, that's for sure. So it's a balance. So on Women's Day, respect to them. Is there a Man's Day? I don't think there's a Man's Day. Don't think we get a Man's Day. Is Pip Labs only for GJ? No, it's for multiple pairs. We have 25 pairs on the new version. 25 pairs. But, of course, you have to be paying user to access those pairs. International Men's Day, November. Damn. So we do have a Men's Day. Hello, thank you. Yes. Lord Jean is a woman. Grinding. How do I learn to study the future of currencies? You learn technical analysis. Your job not to protect the future. Your job is to understand probabilities and statistics. Would you like to see GJ at the moment? Close below my line, probably. That'd be ideal. Likes aren't as much as usual. Yeah, I haven't asked for likes. I just haven't asked. That's what I mean. Like, I hate to say it, but I have to keep on reminding. Like, that's why. So yeah, if you guys enjoying the stream, be sure to leave a like. Around almost 700 of us in here. Would appreciate it. Join the clan, man. Join the team. Leave a subscribe on the channel. Lots of good stuff coming out on the channel. Good videos. This week's video is going to be very, very good. We're on the road to 50k subs. Have to do something special for 50k subs. 3k subs away, but definitely wait for this week's video. Right, this week's video is going to be a great video. I'm releasing a nice little 15-minute strategy, the one I basically use here. So make sure to watch that 15-minute strategy because it's important. All right, candle here closing in 36 seconds. We'll see if we can close below or not. Not looking likely that we will close below. So probably waiting for the next 15-minute candle to close below this zone here, which will also be the 30-minute and the 1-hour close, which will be a great candle close to give us information here. You took a sell already on that, or are you waiting for close? I say you need to wait for close, man. It's a bit FOMO. Wait for thunder. I just started trading. What's the best advice? Nice close. It closed right at support. Remember, it's not a 30-minute close. It's a 15-minute close. Purple lines are just key levels. Please mark 189.274. That's being respected. I'm not looking for sells till we get below 195. Might be too late. If it's too late, then I'm gonna miss a trade, right? Because the lowest 15 support one is a fake one, if you say so, man. But then you're gonna take the trade and I'm not, right? You're gonna be in the trade and I'm not. And that's fine, because I have to follow my plan. Only other way is we get a 1 hour close. That's the only thing that's gonna supersede this, is if we're closing on a 1 hour below the zone here. Then I can only sell earlier because we have higher time frame supporting. But if 1 hour is not closing below, then I need 15 minutes. I need 15 minutes. And even if you mark your 275 here, we're respecting it, right? We haven't closed below. So that shouldn't be an entry trigger, right? Your entry trigger should be something getting below. Yeah, exactly. It shouldn't be right now. But both ways, both ways. If we close somewhere here, that will have the 1 hour close. And the 1 hour will be closing below the range. So then we could use 1 hour time frame. But if, right, if we're not closing below there, then we have to wait for 50. If we close somewhere here on the 1 hour, like maybe 300, we need a 15 closing below here. Otherwise, I don't trust it. I see it bullish today. I think it's going to be a fake out towards the downside. Yeah, definitely could be. Definitely could be. How do you mark key levels? On GJ, every 0.500. Can we get runners for sells? Technically, yeah. You could try hold the runners into this. Being a Friday NFP, I'm probably going to secure full myself. But maybe, yeah, it's not that bad. Tradesharpe session bias is bearish. Yeah, previous daily closed bearish, previous 4 hour closed bearish. So it will be reading bearish. What do you think about the Bollinger Bands? I don't personally use them. What happened to EU? Is EU going to exist more after this melt? What, did it just melt right now? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I expect it to pull back end of week. What's the average monthly gain? I would say average, if you were to average it, it would be around 10%. That's the average monthly gain I get on my strategy. First month of the year was way better than my last year's first month. Last year, first month, so not this January, but the January before that, actually was negative. I was like negative 1-2% for that month. Then this year I was 6%. So from last year to this year is a massive improvement, right? To go from a negative January last month to a positive is a win for me. Even though it's just 6%, it's a win, right? And then February was almost closing in on 10%. Is your account size large? I would consider it's decent enough for me to be comfortable with the amount of risk that I need to risk and what I'm comfortable risking, if that makes sense. That was like a little bit word, trying to think easier way to do it. But yeah, I think for most it would be considered a decent size. It's not small, that's for sure. If I was trading a small account, I'd be doing myself an industrious. What's the word? I would be doing myself... Well, I wouldn't be doing myself a favor here. Don't ask Harryman. If you want confirmation, ask us in the group. Yeah, this is good. Get his ass back in gear. Yeah, disservice. There you go. Thanks, Steve. That's exactly the word I'm looking for. March already up 7%. That's massive. It's only the 8th of March up 7%. Tip on marking up choppy zones, no need to mark them. Right? Because we're not typically trading inside of choppy zones, so we don't care about them. This would be dead if we just range in here all session, but at the end of the day, it is... Right? It is... What's this called? NFP. So it happens. Do you take more off-stream trades than on? Probably not. Probably not, because this is my main trading. Sometimes, now you have to remember that there is times during the year when volume comes in a little bit later, and then I'm only taking trades, you know, in the Zoom call with the exclusive group, right? So sometimes, you know, that's, I don't consider that off-stream, right? And then the only other time I might take trades is in New York. So Mike Tyson fighting? No, I didn't see he's making a return to fighting. Can you make a video on topic, wait for setup to form and when not to? Yes, many of my videos took that. Harry, last 2 NY sessions, you took any trade? Yesterday, no, there was news, I took no trade. And the day before yesterday, NY session, yes, I took 2 trades in NY session. Alright, 5 minutes for this hour to close. We'll see if this thing wants to flip in the last 5 minutes. Not the most likely thing, but it is possible. What RS do you drive? Q3. Bought it about a year and a half back. Can I get a copy of your journal? Of course. All you have to do is to see our stream journal, first of all, you need to be using this resource. This is a great resource, right? This is our stream journal. This shows you every single trade that we've taken on stream. And I put the YouTube link, right? There's no hiding. This is not a stream journal that says, oh, this is my signals and stream journal. So I can type my signals in here and maybe I can, that can be manipulated. This can't, because I'm just putting live what happens on stream, and you guys can watch the stream back. I don't delete streams when I take a loss. No, this is transparent. So if you want transparent data of what is possible using my strategy, you can see it. Wins, losses, break evens, you name it, it's all here. But yeah. That you can get in the free Discord. Just make sure, if you join the free Discord, I'll never DM you first. There's a whole verification, but people are so desperate and they're so lost in life and they're so, poor in the heart that they still have to scam people with me having a triple verification in my own Discord. I have a phone number verification, I have a name verification, and I have a bot verification, and they still come in the Discord, change their name, and DM you under my name, because that's how lifeless they are and how lost they are, right? That's how much they have in terms of their self-dignity. That's how cheap their dignity is. It's how cheap they are wanting to scam people. They think that's how they're gonna make money, right? That's how cheap they are. They should just go rob somewhere. I hope they go rob somewhere and then that they go and get arrested. And then they realize, maybe they learn a lesson in prison. Hope they're listening. We have people in this group trying to change their lives. They're trying to get better. So yeah, please ignore and report them. There's nothing. I've done maximum I've done maximum amount of security that I could. But since it's a public group, anyone can join. So people are joining with different names. They're actually going through the effort of verifying their number, verifying themselves, and changing their name. So yeah, it's in resources. If you go to resources, you can see my stream journal, make a copy. You can get my example trades. You can get my price action PDF, my trade logger. Here's a blank one, trading plan, all of these resources for free. Enjoy it. Enjoy it, enjoy it. Like look, we have a full verification section here. Alright, 1 minute. Let's see how this hour is closing. See if it can close below. I need it to close a little bit deeper here, so it needs to do a lot of business in 1 minute. It's possible the next 1 minute just, you know, dumps all the way down here. Would be nice to see a nice big volume candle before London Open. Would give confidence. Alright, not looking like much is happening. It's a very suboptimal 1 minute candle. Not very exciting what it's doing. Looks like we're going to close back inside the range, not giving us much information here. Yeah, we're respecting 30-minute support here, respecting 15-minute support, and respecting 1 hour support. So minimum I need to see is a 15-minute candle leaving 195 now. It's gonna be minimum. So let's see London Open here. See what it ends up doing in the next 15 minutes, and then we'll see. Why do candles change always the last few minutes? Yeah, that happens sometimes. It's kind of like picking their final direction, you know? I don't know the real reason. I don't think there's one reason why always. But it is a trend. You are right. You will see the true colors of a candle on the last few seconds most of the time. Happens on all time frames? Yeah, it damn does. $716 viewers, 278 likes. Guys, please. Yeah, if you're enjoying the stream, can leave a like. Make sure to subscribe so that you can show up to Monday's stream and hopefully catch some lobsters with us. Because we need to bring out the lobsters. It's coming soon, man. As soon as GJ starts to move here, gonna get lobsters every day. Every day. It is a good question. Lobsters? Yeah, when we win trades, we call it bring out the lobsters. It's just something that's happened on the stream. And you know. Harry, what do you do on weekends? Well, basically, yeah, on weekends I record content for YouTube. I do the webinar for the group. I catch up on all of my admin work, right, that I haven't been able to do for the week. And then I go to gym. So it's basically a working day, man. It's a working day, but I'm just not streaming. Right? I'm just not streaming. Can you shortly explain your 1 hour support at 775? Where's the 775? This one here? Yeah, it's just that previous. It's a 15-minute resistance. It's yesterday's range, remember? It's that 15-minute on the 15th. No, that says 15. If I should zoom it in, maybe make it. But that says 15. It's just that 15-minute resistance there. It was the range we were stuck in yesterday. Exactly, man. Yeah. Oh, good, man. Harry, you don't rest? I mean, during the day, maybe I give myself an hour or two here or there. So, you know, that's basically when you rest, you know? And let's say on the weekend, maybe I finish all of my work in the morning, then I have maybe a couple hours in the afternoon off. There's only maybe Saturday is the day in the afternoon where I have a little time off. But let's say on Sunday I'm back in gym and stuff like that, so. How many days to learn your strategy? It's not days, man. You can learn the strategy in a couple of hours, but to grasp all the concepts and to learn how to apply it, it's gonna take months. It's like anything in life, right? You don't go to a doctor and ask him, how many days can I learn to be a doctor? 2 days you can be exactly like me. I mean, come on, man. They make you study for 5 years or something, you know? Do you play any sport? No. I go to gym. I used to play sports back when I was in school, but that's about it. That's about it. I was mainly a normal, like, individual sport guy. You know, I was pretty heavy in kite surfing. I was a surfer and motocross rider as well. So a lot of individual sports. Do you ever use stop or limit orders? Yeah, stop orders I use. Limit orders not that much because my strategy doesn't involve buying on retests, it's buying on breaks. Not retests, but like wicks. You're literally just gonna range inside here, huh? Dead one. Who gives you inspiration, like a mentor or a trader that look up to? I take bits and pieces from a lot of people, man. I take bits and pieces from a lot of people. Surf, that's why you're good at trading? Yes. Don't know if that's correlated. So no time for loved ones? Are you a robot? There's always time for loved ones, man. Always time. I think that's also a big inspiration, you know? Parents. What's the best pizza you've eaten? So, if you guys didn't know, remember I told you I used to work in an Italian restaurant. And that Italian restaurant had the best pizzas. We had a chef there who's from Italy. Very nice guy. He came and yeah, both pizza was really good. See, now Antonio turns on his camera. You see this guy? Look, smiling. Look. look. See? Okay, you say pizza, this guy comes on, he's like, let me hear what this motherfucker is going to say. He says any bullshit that is wrong, I'm going to shut down Pip Labs. Joining a surf course to get better at trading. Yeah, that should be the new Forex Furu thing, right? Start selling people saying, if you guys want to be better at trading, you have to join my surfing course. Only $9.99 per month. You need to try blue. How does this guy know tutor, bro? Now they're writing tutor in YouTube chat, brother. Shit. Now they're writing tutor in YouTube chat. Blue, no. This pizza was really good, bro. I'm telling you. It was classic. From Italy, used really good Napoli tomatoes, and we had to hand grind the tomatoes, not this canned bullshit already, you know. Pineapple on pizza? Nah, man, come on, that's just bullshit, man. That's just bullshit. Sorry. Pineapple pizza tastes good? Nah. It ain't good, man. Okay, fine. Pineapple is good. Pineapple is good, but not on pizza, man. Not on pizza. Not on pizza. What about... I hope you guys don't put ketchup on your pizza, please. I I hope you guys don't put ketchup on your pizza, huh? I have to have olives on my pizza. I like olives on the pizza. It's a nice little saltiness. It's not good. It's not bad, sorry. It's pretty good. Sambal sauce. Not sure what sambal sauce is. It's 9 a.m. Marco is so upset, man. Anabolic pizzas only. Anabolic pizzas have to have tren. You know, have to have trenbolone on a anabolic pizza, bro. That's what we need. Replace all the cheese with a whole cow. You know? Do you do any partying in Dubai? I had that phase, man. You know, it's just waste of money. We have bigger goals than partying and wasting times trying to prove who has the biggest wallet. You know? And the problem is I did that when I didn't have a wallet, so it's just wasting time, man. Just wasting time. Luckily I had friends, you know? D-ball and TRT on pizza. Prima Bolin's my favorite of all time. It's actually not a bad. It's a good add-on. Better than Mastron, but you have to get the real stuff. Anyways, we shouldn't be talking about this. I'm live. We shouldn't be. I'm gonna get banned, bro. I'm gonna get banned. Test Prima Bolin GH set. I shouldn't even be saying that. Hey Harry, if you don't like pineapple on pizza, you miss out. Or even try pineapple on a cheeseburger. Okay. I think I'll have to end stream now. If you're telling me pineapple on a cheeseburger. I have to end stream, I'm sorry. Because... shit, man. Come on. Actually, I have a question. Are you the same people? Everyone who likes pineapple on pizza, right? Everyone who likes pineapple on pizza and pineapple in a cheeseburger. Do you guys like fruit with chocolate? Like, do you like desserts that have fruit, like a fruit cake with all shit fruit on the top and chocolate with tons of, you know, fruit and stuff? There we go. That makes sense. Because, see, I don't like that. I don't like that. You know? Like, okay, not strawberries and chocolate. That's the only exception because that's like classic. But I'm saying, like, you know, you get like these tarts. They're like a chocolate tart and then they ruin it by putting all fruit on top. Or you get a really nice cheesecake and then they ruin it by putting all fruit and cherry shit on top. Subway burger with pineapple. Man, you guys wilding, bro. You guys are... Bro getting mad at fruit. It's exactly how Antonio is gonna look in, you know, the next 10, 15 years. Never heard of pineapple on burgers? Yeah, man. You know, cheeseburger's a cheeseburger, man. Telling you. Gold is starting to break out. Let's see what gold is doing. That daily high is the problem. Remember, I want above 2065. And London session is going to be the same as we had at that last London. Remember? Close above support, then we go. So if we see that, if we can see price on gold break out, retest this daily high, and we don't get the rejection that fails, but instead we get something that comes back, create support, that will be confidence inducing. Right? That I think will be something that I'll be interested in. But not just the initial breakout, even though it can play out. It's a Friday, NFP day. Even if it plays out, I'm not feeling like I missed this move because it's not something that I've tested before. It does look tempting though, bro, but this is tempting too many people. It does look definitely temp. But this is the retest. If in the next 2 minutes it can push up close to daily high and we create support, that's going to be the one. Same time, GJ is basically doing not too much. Like a thunder on gold? Yeah, that would give you more confidence, is like a thunder or something. Seems like a little bit of volume is coming in here. Hey, D. See how it reacts at this 5 minute. But I'm telling you, this daily high, somewhere we have to be careful. The only exception here, the only exception is if this candle closes like this and the next candle rips down and brings a bottom wick all the way down to here and flips, I might give that a shot. Because there's no reason for it to flip after that. At least I can test daily high. Right? At least I can test daily high. People trying to follow some wrong stuff in hashtag long. Can you please comment on that entry? Yeah, of course, man. Which is the setup? Okay, when was this? Counter trend sell here below that 5 minute. I mean, this is his strategy here. Trading within the range. No, this is not a setup. This is his little scalp here. Pineapple on pizza is a criminal. It's like pouring milk in a teacup before water. Yeah, that's true. Will people copy that? Well, it's hard to copy that, right? What rules are you going to set? All right, that's a big, deep close here, man. We're very close to daily high here. 9 pips. I really don't trust it. 28 pip stop loss. If you want to run the 28 pip stop loss, that is your choice. That is your choice to run 28 pip stop loss. But not for me on this, guys, unfortunately. Not without any 5 minute structure, that's for sure. Do not trust. And GJ, dog water. GJ is just dog water. Given we had no top wick, could we retest? Yeah, but we're close to that retest zone, man. We're close. I mean, this is what I would say. If you do take it on the flip here, if that pops up and gives you 5, 6, 7 pips, but starts to come back, I would be very, very cautious about that for sure. But it is a nice bottom wick now, so I do think that on the flip you could give yourself a riskier shot. But how's your week? You had a good week? Give yourself a shot. You have a little bit of profits to play? Give that shot. No harm. So you never tried pineapple on pizza? No, I have not. If I try pineapple on pizza, then I'll lose all my Italian friends. I worked in an Italian restaurant. I can't do it. I'm thinking to buy the retest, not the flip. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's not bad, man. With there being no bottom wick. But just remember, my analysis is a fake out zone. It's tough for me, this, man. You do it, but you understand it's high risk if you do it, right? But I think it will at least give you a chance to get into profitability. fact that we only have 15 closes putting you off? Yeah. It's just, I know, I've seen this before, man. I've seen this before, but we could just get volume before news, you know? It's literally a 50-50 right here. Like, if it makes sense to give yourself a shot. After seeing that 15 candle on GJ never created a bottom wick, can we anticipate that candle to flip? Once it's closed, no. Once the candle's closed, no. What do I think about GJ? I think GJ is in a boring range. That's what I think. I have a question about news. Should I stay away from all news? No, only stay away from red folder and orange folder news. Yellow folder, don't worry about it. The yellow folder, you don't have to worry about it. Why do people complicate a strategy if it's always 50-50? No, your strategy should be more than 50-50, but what's not complicated is the strategy. What complicated is the emotional. Realize this. When we enter the market, our probabilities are 50-50. Okay? Our probabilities are 50-50. So if we realize that, then we realize that actually it's not a market issue that's the problem. It's a personal issue. Most of the time. It's not a problem with the markets. It's a problem with us. Harry, don't take any trade if you don't have the next range that is good. Yeah, if you have no range to trade, won't follow the plan, right? Won't follow the plan if you have no range to trade. OP, thank you for your 40 rupee donation. I appreciate you, brother. No need to do it, but I appreciate that. I marked 189.117 as daily support. Let me have a look, see if that's correct, bro. 189.117. Yeah, that is another daily support. You have two daily supports. This one here, but we crossed through it a lot of time. And then this one here and the one below here. So yeah, you have total of 3, but this is also considered 1. So yes. I donated, still waiting for topless Harry. Yeah, no, the reason I didn't mark this one here is because I'm not going to be trading inside of this small range here. Like if I mark it, look where it is. It's not, I'm not trading there, right? So I just keep my charts clean. And then the second daily support down here, we've crossed through it twice with the 4-hour candles, no problems. So I don't really think it's going to be too much of an issue. You know, this one down here, you know, this one here that you marked down here. Yes, we have retested it on this current daily here, but that's what I anticipate, that if we re-break it, since it's already been tested. Does that make sense? If it wasn't tested, then yes, it would be an issue. But since we've already tested it, you know, then I think if we re-break it, that would be the shot. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Cool, man. Everyone is spamming gold in the chat. Yes, we know gold closed above here. We know gold. As I said, if you want to go flip, you watch these daily highs. I'm waiting for support following my plan. It's Friday, NFP day. If I'm going to take a loss on gold, it's going to happen. It's going to happen now. We've had a massive push, right? So I can avoid that. And the way I'm going to avoid that is by waiting. But as I said, if you want to give yourself a risky shot here, you can take it on the flip breaking the high. But if that reflips back, I'm not liking that. It should literally flip and go. And your target is not going to be the moon. It's this wick here. This is a very classic retest here, or even a slight break, and then not today, right? And all of this happens before the 1 hour close, and the 1 hour just ends up one massive fake out. Gold definitely dangerous zone to say trade. Yeah, exactly. It is definitely 100% dangerous zone to trade here. You know, it's simple. Like, you know, everyone was saying the same thing back here. Oh, breakout, breakout, breakout. Look what happened when we got the support. It was the same move. So why can't we replicate that? That's going to be a profitable move long term, especially in London. Are you smoking? No, that doesn't fit my lifestyle, nor do I need to do that. What are you waiting for on gold? Support and a close above. So for this to create this support and then closing above. But I'm telling you, this daily retest zone, if this comes back to here, retests here and fails, I'm all gonna shout this on social media like you've never heard before. And tell you guys, not I told you so, but thank you very much. If this shoots through the moon, like this in one candle during London, I'll donate $100 to charity. So both ways we don't lose. Can you stand to other person who smoked near you? Yes. You are the master of patience? Well, patience has just paid me, man. And that's why I follow that rules, because I get paid from being patient. Guys, remember that trading is a lot of patience. If you can't be a patient trader, you lose out. I found that as well, you know, and that's why I follow those rules. It's not because of no reason. Here to take a trade at the end of the day. It's my job and I want to do it, obviously. But I'm also not here to want to lose money for no reason. I've done, you know. Maybe in the next 30 minutes to 1 hour, GJ can try to start breaking out of the range. You know what they'll say? They say it close the highest point of the week. Yeah, even if they start arguing with me, then guess what? I donate money to charity. So I don't lose. That's what I mean. What's this? Oh, amazing, bro. Congrats. W's in chat. Passed this challenge. Let's go. Well done, bro. Well done. Good job, AD. Passed his challenge. Been in the exclusive group couple of months. From zero to hero right now, huh? Good shit. Oh man, you good. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna hop off stream here, chill with the exclusive group. GJ is not taking off, it's chilling at the moment. We're still stuck inside of the range, so we'll have to wait for it to break this range before looking. This will be a tough zone, lot of rejection. I want to see something leave 189.725. Maybe this happens in the next hour, hour and a half. If that happens, then there could be opportunity for some trades here, because we haven't seen volume come into the market yet. So I feel the next move can entitle volume. Of course, NFP later on, be very, very careful. Gold is just trying to chop up in here now. I said about the flip possibility, but just be careful with that. This 5 minute has no bottom wick, so be careful. But it might give you 5-6 pips here, and then you'd have to manage at break even. So yeah, I appreciate everyone, you know, who joined the stream here. Someone saying my website is very unprofessional, you should update it. Yeah, and then you're probably gonna DM me and charge me to update it. So you know, that's fine. But I agree, it's not the best website, but it also does the job here. It informs you about the exclusive group. It tells you how much it costs. It tells you all the features you get, and there's a nice video. So I think it does the job, and I'm not focused too much on you know, focusing on that. So yeah, that's how it is. And did we get the gold flip here? Yeah, that's your gold flip. That's your gold flip. That's what I mean. Quick 10 pips here. You have to be super fast, and that should be you at break even there. And that's it. So now we see what happens. Now we see what happens. But don't be holding this, guys, if it comes back to entry. Right? Don't be holding this if it comes back to entry. God bless you. I'm glad you caught that, man. Well done. So yeah. Sweet, guys. We'll see what ends up happening. Take care all. Have an amazing weekend. Please don't blow your accounts. And I'll catch you on Monday for some lobsters. Hopefully we get some beautiful volume on Monday. We smash these trades. So big week next week. Let's go and smash it. Take care. Have an amazing weekend. Take care. Tradesharpe, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace. Take care all.